Welcome to Sarosh Digital Learning State Government Part 2, Lesson number 5. In the previous chapter, we have seen that what is the importance of state government, and we saw the state government was here to cater the needs at the state and local level because we are multilingual, multicultural and multi-religious country. So in order to cater the needs of the various people, we require state government. We have also learned that our state is bicameral. We are having Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. In the first part, we have seen the details about Vidhan Sabha. Now we are going to learn more about Vidhan Parishad. My dear students, Vidhan Parishad is the second house of Maharashtra legislature and its members are indirectly elected from various sections. First, let me explain you what is legislature. Legislature is an organization which is responsible for making law for the country, or it is a group of people who can make and change the law. There are 78 members in the Vidhan Parishad of Maharashtra, and these members are very famous and distinguished personality from various fields like literature, science, social services, and they are nominated by the governor. Remaining representatives are elected by the members of Vidhan Sabha. Local government institution of Vidhan Sabha local government from institutional teachers consequences and graduates consequences. Now my dear students, Vidhan Parishad is not fully dissolved. It is like Rajya Sabha. It is never dissolved. A specific number of members retire every 2 years, and these vacancies are again filled by conducting fresh elections for those seats. The proceedings of Vidhan Sabha are conducted under the control of and guidance of the chairman. But what is the work of chairman? What we saw, the duty of the speaker, that the same duty the chairman has to perform. He has to look after the dignity of the members. He has to allow all the members to speak, and all the duties are conducted even by deputy or vice chairman in the absence of the chairman. The deputy chairman takes over the responsibility. Now, my dear students, let us discuss about the executive of Maharashtra that you need to know. That is, we have president, vice president, prime minister and council of minister at the central level. In the same way, we have governor, chief minister and the council of minister together to form the executive of Maharashtra at state level. Firstly, I like to discuss about the governor. The president is a nominal head at the center. Like this, the governor is nominal head at the state level. Remember, all the duties performed by the governor is more or less the same. You will find in the president, but there are certain or exceptional duties which are connected by the governor. Now let us see who appoints the governor. None other than the President of India. The governor also enjoys some legislative powers. For example, bill pass, bill passed by the Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad are converted into laws only after receiving the signature of the governor. The governor has the right to summon the legislature, and when the legislature is not in session, the needs arises to make law. Then the governor can issue an ordinance for the same or rule made by a government. Now we will see who is the person who leads the government. It is very simple, none other than the Chief Minister. Chief Minister and the Council of Ministers, who is the executive head at the state level. The leaders of the majority party in Legislative Assembly becomes the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister includes her trustworthy colleagues in the Council of Ministers, like how the Prime Minister, who is the executive head of the Union. The Chief Minister is the head of the executive. The government of the state is run in the name of the governor, but in reality, the administration is carried out by the Chief Minister. Now, students, let us see the functions of the Chief Minister. Creation of the state executive. After proving the majority, the Chief Minister forms her Council of Ministers. This is a challenging task because in order to make the council more representative, various regions and social groups like scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, other background castes, women and minority, etc. have to accommodate. In case if there is no majority, different parties can come together to form the government. In such case, the Chief Minister has to perform the difficult task of giving place to all the constituent parties in the alliance. That is the first function. Now let us go and see the second function. Distribution of portfolios. After the formation of the Council of Ministers, the Chief Minister has to distribute portfolios among the ministers. While distributing portfolios among the ministers, to consider the political experience, administrative skills, awareness of public opinion, leadership qualities, etc. The next function, coordination between ministers and department. This is something very, very important. The CM has to perform his responsibility not only to distribute portfolio but also to see these ministers are working in a responsible manner. They are not violencing the constitution. They are not biased. They are not partial. They are not biased to one community. He has to coordinate all the departments. Now further, we will see the next function leader of state. The CM has to make policies. He has to make policy concerned to the people and work towards the welfare of the states. And the people look at the Chief Minister as a problem solver and the CM interviewer in issues facing the state and comfort of the people. Maharashtra is one of the progressive states in India. The state that leads in the sector like education, industry, service sector, health and social security, etc. Terror attacks and Naxalite movements are active in certain in certain regions are the two major challenges facing the state of Maharashtra. Now here we have completed our chapter number 5, the state government. Thank you.